Breaking news, Cowboys Nation. The impossible just happened. DeAndre Hopkins, the 5-time Pro Bowler, is joining the Dallas Cowboys. That's right, Nuck is coming to Dallas, and the NFL will never be the same. How did Jerry pull this off? What does this mean for Doc and CD? Are the Cowboys now Super Bowl favorites? Stick around, because we're breaking down every earth-shattering detail of this blockbuster move. What's up, Cowboys Nation? Today we're diving deep into the absolutely massive breaking news that's shaking up the NFL landscape. Get ready, because we've got a lot to unpack today. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. The Dallas Cowboys have just pulled off the signing of the offseason, bringing in none other than the 5-time Pro Bowl wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. That's right, folks, Nuke is coming to Dallas. Before we dive into all the juicy details and what this means for America's team, let's take a quick second to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss any updates on this developing story. Alright, let's break this down piece by piece and see just how monumental this signing really is. The deal. Sources close to the team have reported that the Cowboys and Hopkins have agreed to a 3-year deal worth $54 million, with $38 million guaranteed. This is a clear statement of intent from Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office. They're going all in for a Super Bowl run. Now, some of you might be wondering, how did the Cowboys manage to fit Hopkins under the salary cap? Well, it looks like they've restructured a few existing contracts and possibly made a few tough cuts to make room for their new superstar. We'll have to wait for the official details, but one thing's for sure. Where there's a will, there's a way, and the Cowboys found a way to make this happen. What Hopkins brings to Dallas. Let's talk about what DeAndre Hopkins brings to the table, because folks, it's a whole lot. Elite receiving talent. We're talking about a guy who's been one of the best receivers in the league for nearly a decade. His route running is impeccable, his hands are like glue, and his ability to make contested catches is second to none. Veteran leadership. At 31 years old, Hopkins brings a wealth of experience to the Cowboys receiving corps. He's been to the playoffs, he's faced the best cornerbacks in the league, and he knows what it takes to succeed at the highest level. Red zone threat, standing at 6'1" with a 36-inch vertical leap. Hopkins is a nightmare for defenders in the red zone. Expect to see a lot of fade routes and jump balls when the Cowboys get close to the end zone. Durability. Throughout his career, Hopkins has been remarkably durable, rarely missing games due to injury. This reliability is crucial for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Motivation. After being released by the Arizona Cardinals, you can bet that Hopkins has a chip on his shoulder. He'll be looking to prove that he's still one of the elite receivers in the game, and that motivation could translate into some monster performances. The Cowboys' offense just got scary. Now, let's talk about how Hopkins fits into the Cowboys' offense, because folks, this is where things get really exciting. Imagine this, CeeDee Lamb lining up on one side, DeAndre Hopkins on the other, with Michael Gallup in the slot. That's a receiving corps that'll keep defensive coordinators up at night. And we haven't even mentioned tight end Jake Ferguson or running back Tony Pollard coming out of the backfield. This signing gives quarterback Dak Prescott another elite weapon to work with. Prescott has always been at his best when he has multiple options to spread the ball around to, and now he has one of the best in the business to target. But it's not just about the passing game. The addition of Hopkins will likely force defenses to play more too-high safety looks, which could open up running lanes for Tony Pollard. This signing has the potential to elevate every aspect of the Cowboys' offense. Impact on the NFC East and beyond. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. The NFC East was already one of the toughest divisions in football last year, with both the Eagles and the Giants making the playoffs alongside the Cowboys. This move firmly establishes Dallas as a frontrunner, not just in the division, but in the entire NFC. The Philadelphia Eagles? They've got to be worried. Their secondary was already a question mark, and now they've got to deal with Hopkins twice a year. The New York Giants, they're still rebuilding. The Washington Commanders, they're the Commanders. But it's not just about the NFC East. This move puts the Cowboys in the conversation with teams like the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions as potential NFC championship contenders. And let's be real, with an offense this loaded, who's to say the Cowboys can't go all the way? What this means for Dak Prescott. We've got to talk about the man under center, Dak Prescott. This is a huge vote of confidence in Dak from the Cowboys front office. They're surrounding him with elite talent and saying, "Here you go, now take us to the promised land." For Prescott, this is both an opportunity and a challenge. He's got all the weapons he could ask for. Now it's time to deliver. With Hopkins on the team, there are no more excuses. This is Dak's year to silence the doubters and prove he's truly an elite quarterback in this league. The Jerry Jones factor. We can't talk about a big Cowboys signing without mentioning the man himself, Jerry Jones. Say what you want about Jerry, but the man is committed to winning. This move shows that he's willing to do whatever it takes to bring another Lombardi trophy to Dallas. It's also a savvy business move. The Cowboys are already the most valuable franchise in sports, and adding a superstar like Hopkins will only increase their popularity. Expect to see a lot of number 10 jerseys in the stands at T Stadium this season. Potential challenges. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are a few potential challenges that come with this signing. Chemistry. Hopkins will need to quickly build a rapport with Dak Prescott. They'll have the off-season to work together, but developing that on-field connection takes time. Target distribution. With so many mouths to feed in this offense, there could be some growing pains as they figure out how to keep everyone involved and happy. Expectations. The pressure on the Cowboys was already high. With this signing, anything short of a deep playoff run will be seen as a disappointment. Salary cap. While they made it work for now, this signing could have implications for the Cowboys' ability to make moves in the future. What's next for the Cowboys? So, where do the Cowboys go from here? Well, training camp is just around the corner, and all eyes will be on how Hopkins integrates into the offense. There's also the question of how this affects the roles of other receivers like Michael Gallup and Jalen Tolbert. On the defensive side of the ball, Cowboys might look to make a few more moves to shore up their secondary and pass rush. They've got to be thinking Super Bowl or bust at this point. All right, Cowboys Nation, let's wrap this up. The signing of DeAndre Hopkins is a game-changer, plain and simple. It addresses a major need for the team, gives Dak Prescott another elite weapon, and puts the Cowboys in prime position to make a Super Bowl run. This is the kind of move that can define a franchise for years to come. The Cowboys are going all in, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. What do you think about this massive signing? Are you as excited as I am? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest Cowboys news. Remember, how about them Cowboys? Peace out, y'all.